to everyone and a solar regards. Hope all have been well and safe during this pandemic. We are so happy to be the part of Console Food 2022 at University of Algarve. Maybe we are not connected personally, but this is an amazing platform to connect with you. The today's topic that we are going to share with you is challenging in promoting solar drive in India, the social acceptance, old method and technology. The fact of food waste is really very important to understand, and I hope most of the people are aware about. One third of food products in the world is the waste. 1.3 billion pounds, that is really a huge amount. That is enough to feed 3 billion people, which is really important to understand why the food processing and especially the sustainable technology to food processing is important. Current situation in rural area of India. India has always been a land of farmers, but though the farmers' economic condition is not as good as it has to be because of huge wastage of food product, because of the transportation's high price, the weather conditions, some political issue, and numbers of the things. They generate very low income, the labor drain due to people migration from rural to urban area. These are the very keen minimum but very important factor why a sustainable solar dryer is really important to expand in Indian rural area, especially for the farmers. Old drying method. It's not that drying is new to any country, especially India. In India, there was old method to directly dry the products in the sun. It is really important to understand that the when it is open dried, the dirt, the insect, the animals, they are really damaging the product, which might cause the quality of the product. While the solar dryer has been used directly for the sun drying, but into a indirect source which is heating in a closed environment, more control we can, we can measure the temperature, we can increase or decrease the temperature as per the product or whatever it is being dried. Advantage of solar dryer: additional income generation, it is sustainable, it is value adding to the product, and the most important part of that, it is a clean and green environment. Possibility of income generation. Why it is important to understand that income generation for the farmers is really important apart from selling their regular products. All agriculture products in India mostly go through the cycle activity of high price and low price, where sometimes the products gets really high price and certain times they are really sell on very cheap note, where always the farmers gets damage, intermediate gets high price for those things. It makes sense to dehydrate when the market rates are very low and sell them into the retail at a higher price. Let us take an example of a tomato. In India, tomato is really grown very well. Sometimes where there is a bumper growth in the crops, they are sell only at 2 rupees kgs at the farmer level. In the market, they are sell as 12 rupees, 20 rupees, even 40 rupees. But the farmer gets only 2 rupees. Where if the farmer use solar dryer, he can directly sell the tomato at high price to the farmers, where he can get 24 rupees for a dry tomato. It is really high price. In retail it is sell at 600 to 700, and in wholesale it is sell by up to the 300. So you can see the high margin of the profit that the farmer gets. So it is important for the farmer to get this sustainable solution. Now it is really important to understand why solar dryer helps the rural people and why it is really important. First and the most important part is to prevent the migration to the city or so-called urban area. When a farmer left the rural area of farming and comes to the urban area looking for a job or a work, they are considered as a non-skilled or unskilled people introduced to them. Now, this crisis creates a mental depression, or we say a disturbance to them, which leads to a crime or a suicidal attempt, which is really serious matter to address for a farmers coming to the urban area. If they find a good source income in the rural area itself, why would they migrate? So this is the solution that they can do it. It is really important for them. The ability to create several rural entrepreneur. Now they can create a small groups, or they can do it as a individual farmers also. Helps them to earn more than a minimum selling price. Now they can hold their sale products with themselves when the prices are really low, dehydrate them. The storage is really not a big problem for a hydrated product, and they can sell it when they are getting a good price. So it is important to focus on food processing at the rural area. It can develop a self-help group of a woman also. The women can in the farming area are really high in India. They are getting a good skill, and organic is the one field where woman has done a wonder. A solar dryer can help them really a very good way. And the last but not least, as we all know, it is sustainable, it creates an income generation, and the most important, it is clean and green. One early morning, we got a call from our mentor Deepak Gadia. He was in Germany, and he said there is an NGO in Pondicherry who was really in urgent need of solar dryer, and you need to address that as soon as possible. And the first was urgent need of a solar dryer. Really, is it a cause of any emergency? And then we got a call from we attend a call from that NGO in Pondicherry, and they really had a huge production of organic farming, and they do not have a selling market right now, so they need a solar dryer. We started with the two dryers with them, and today we have reached up to 45 dryers. So this is how we started our first project of solar dryer in Pondicherry. It is in a southern area of India. It is at the sea coast of the southern coast of Indian territory. These are some pictures of the first drying installation and the training at the Pondicherry. We did all the basic training with them. They were young guys who are really interested into this, and their training project of a solar dryer. Our second project that we implemented was at Himachal Pradesh. It is in a northern India. It is about 2276 meter from a sea level, which is really high. It the same project like Pondicherry. We applied it to the village at the Himalayan foothills along with the women and farmer association there. They started with the six dryer, and now they are in the need of 10 more dryer. This dryer really helped them during this pandemic also, and especially in the snow when they really have to drive hard for their regular food product. We are still looking to fundraise for next 10 dryer also, but we are very positive that we would be able to do that. These are some pictures of the orientation on solar dryer and its benefit with the rural people. Their first drying, and they share the pictures with us. This is a short video where a farmer from Himachal Pradesh shares his experience and benefit that he has received from solar using solar dryer from last 1 year. He has really spoken well, and his experience was really good. He has spoken in Hindi. Hope his expression and some word from the English can make you understand what he's trying to say. Thank you for that. We'll move to the next slide after this video. The challenges. They are really huge challenges. Apart from the we understand such a big benefit of a solar dryer, one of the challenges we experienced was the extreme weather condition. High level of humid at the sea coast area of the southern India, and another in a hilly area, snow and other factor at the mountain that we have experienced. The important thing was that non-acceptance of a solar dryer as a livelihood. They thought it could not be possible. So making them understand of this concept was really hard tough job for us, which we are slowly but steadily going to achieve that. Non-availability of the fund for such project due to lack of awareness and preference. That is just our observation, that we thought maybe a solar dryer could not consider as a livelihood project, for so the funds or maybe the preference for such projects are really low in India right now. Place identification for solar dryer. Now it is important to understand which state or which kind of farmers are really should or benefited from the solar dryer. A farmer who is really economically sound, he might not need that. Yes, it is really good if we use that, but it is really important to target the farmers who really can increase their income through solar dryer. A product identification, what kind of product has to be dried, in what shape, what method, on how to dry that product. Timing is really important for that. Another challenge is that we experience here in India was eco-friendly packaging material. They really cost very high, so that is also one thing. And identification of a local market channel to sell the solar dry products, because there are really good uh, challenges also. A good competitor, but there are many competitors who on the name of solar dryer are not solar dried actually. So these are the few challenges we have experienced in solar drying field. Now let us talk about our observation and conclusion. We have just been entering to this solar dry products and solar drying technology from last 4.5 years. So in this we have found that solar drying technology and solar dry product has a really huge potential into the market. It whether it is considered as a sustainable, it is really had a good health benefit also. So this has really a good market we think. It is an important tool for economic development in developing country like India. If the farmer use this, they can definitely grow their income and increase their potential livelihood in drying projects. Farmers can increase their income with minimum investment of money and time. Increase in shelf life of a food product through solar dryer. It is very important out to reach out the people and the farmer with the concept of awareness of a solar dryer as a future of food processing. We are really happy to share our experience of solar dryer from last 4.5 years in rural India, and we are really looking forward to gain your suggestion and opinion to be more and more successful in the same. We are really thankful to you. Obrigado. Thank you so much.